Ms. Transforce 96 here with another video review. This time we have the Captain America 2 Winter Soldier Air Raid Red Skull. And yeah, so here you go. So before we go into the figure, let's go over the packaging. Standard packaging, Super Soldier Gear Captain America, and then you got the name of the figure. Just a picture of the accessory, and oh yeah, I guess the figure is in there. He's in the back. It's very hard to see, but he is. Then you've got the Captain America logo up there. You've got a picture of the figure and how the accessory, how that whole thing works, and then how you can attach the accessory to the side of the helmet. You can attach their weapons to the roleplay items. A little bio about Captain America, basically just promoting the whole gimmick and not really talking about the movie whatsoever. So yeah. So here he is. So here's his gimmick. Let's get it out of the way. First of all, out of all these gimmicks, this one is the best one from the Winter Soldier and the Steve Rogers figure. I think that Red Skull has the best one other than them. How do I get this? There we go. Okay. It just, there's a peg on the weapon that pegs to his back. And then you can just kind of put him in here almost like his hand is holding that handle, and then you can just put his hand over here to like the control panel, like he's pressing a button to launch the drone. And then what you do is on the side right here, there's a little button, and you know, you can kind of point them forward or whatnot, and then press the button, and it launches a small kind of a little drone, you know, kind of plane thing. It's actually fairly decent. If they had to do some stupid gimmicky thing like this is not a bad way to do it. The only thing is on the back of the packaging, as you can see here on like the cones right here, they're yellow, and here they're just red, as well as the whole handle assembly over here is silver, while here it's just red. So with some of those nicer paint apps, it could have been better, but overall, that's the gimmick. Nothing special, but certainly better than the others from the series. So that's fairly nice. I could totally see that being a fun thing that the kid could play with, because it really interacts with Red Skull well. The other weapons are just these massive things that you're supposed to put in the hands of the figures, but they just don't hold them or anything because they're just insanely massive. That is not a bad size. It's actually fairly realistic, for as realistic as that thing could be. It's fairly realistic as far as the size proportions. So overall, not a terrible accessory. If they had to do some stupid gimmicky accessory, that's not a terrible one. So now Red Skull, this is very interesting. As far as we know, Red Skull will not be in this movie. Hugo Weaving does not want to play Red Skull again. You know, which is just a shame because he doesn't want to play Megatron again. He wants to go to more stuff. I don't know. He's getting to be a little annoying, although I do like the actor. So it's very disappointing. I hope we see Red Skull again, even if Hugo Weaving is not the one playing him. Because of Red Skull's look, they could have another actor look fairly close to him and everything. So overall, I wish that we can see him again in the movie. I doubt that we'll see him in the Winter Soldier though, but hey, we'll never know. Maybe a middle credit scene or whatnot. That would be incredible. Ever since the first Red Skull came out from the movie, I have wanted a Red Skull in this costume so bad, and I knew that I would just never get it because it wouldn't be for a long time that we'd see Red Skull in a movie, and by then he'd probably be wearing something different, so I knew that I'll never get a nice 3/4-inch Red Skull in this outfit. But hey, Hasbro has heard my calls for help, and they decided to answer with exactly what I want. I have wanted an item like this for years now. Since 2011, I've wanted this, and finally, at the very end of 2013, beginning of 2014, we are getting it. It took 3 years, but well worth the wait. I am so happy for this. This guy just wasn't cutting it for me. As you can see, it wasn't very good. The color's not right, because when he wears this, it's not olive green. It's like a pale, like almost bluish, or maybe you know, it's mostly just like gray though. And so this green did not match, as well as it was just a terrible figure. The face sculpt looked pretty bad. As far as it's very mousy. As you can see, he almost looks like a little mouse here. This is the Red Skull face sculpt that you want. And then he was so hindered with his articulation, although his articulation is fairly decent. Plus his leg is kind of bowed out, and I really did not like this guy. So we finally got the Red Skull that I've been wanting for so long. And the only problem that I have with this guy is that his face is just pure red. It's a very bright red. This guy, he's got some good paint on his face. It's red. Let's see if we can focus, but it's got the black marks on it. Really looks very nice. This one is just pure red. which I really don't like as very much. So I'm very disappointed. I am considering buying a second Red Skull just so I can do, you know, just throw in some black in the face to make it look a little bit more realistic. But overall, this face sculpt itself is great. I love how the mouth is open just a little bit, kind of snarling. His eyes are painted really well, as you can see. For 3 3/4 inch figures, the eyes are painted really nice. You can see the blue, which is so cool. And this sculpt is so accurate to the movie. I really do love it. His neck has some nice paint. It's like it's the black and red together, so that looks nice. His neck is very nice, and then the whole body is great. I love the very glossy black that they used for this, and then you can see the Hydra symbol here. It's so nice. I mean, this is just a beautiful figure. Even the attempt at the Hydra symbol at the belt, as you can see, obviously that doesn't look nice, but from a distance and from how you actually look at it, it looks fine. You don't even notice it. His hands are really nice, how it's like meant to be holding the Cosmic Cube and meant to be holding a gun over here, and then of course you get another Hydra symbol. This is just such a nice figure. I love the way that the whole bottom is sculpted. Looks really nice. Absolutely love it. You get the boots, which are great. Yeah, I think that I am going to buy a second one, you know, paint the black on here so that there's no number, and then do some paint apps on the face to improve it. But overall, this is a fantastic figure. Absolutely love it. My only complaint is that the face, of course, needs some black paint, and that he doesn't have any accessories. I would have liked a gun, or more importantly, a Cosmic Cube. I wouldn't mind if they just gave you the exact same gun and Cosmic Cube that they gave the first Red Skull, but they didn't, which is definitely a shame, considering I'm very good with my accessories. I keep them all in one place so that I don't lose any, and I lost the Cosmic Cube. I don't know where it is, and it's so disappointing. So I would have loved to have a Cosmic Cube in his hand or something like that. As far as articulation's pretty okay. For this line, it's good. You get a ball joint head, which works very nicely. Ball hinge shoulders, hinge swivel elbows, ball hinge thighs with a thigh swivel, hinge swivel knees, and that's it. No ankle, no bicep, no wrist, and no waist or torso. So that's disappointing. But the way that he's sculpted, it really doesn't matter, because it would be very hard to put something in the torso, as well as the ankles aren't necessary because he's rather hindered from this costume, so he won't be doing any extravagant poses or anything like that. But this figure looks great. One thing that I don't like about this series of these new figures is here he is with the Winter Soldier, and then I'll bring out Steve Rogers in a second. But what I don't like about this series, and it's the same thing that I didn't like about the Avengers series, I don't know why he's giving me hassle about standing, but the way that their thighs are done, like the ball joints are here to the thighs, so that the legs seem so far apart, and there's such a gap in between them. It just doesn't look natural. It doesn't look good. And because of the way that his whole costume is sculpted, you don't see it with this figure. So I mean, this Red Skull figure is such an improvement from this entire series, as well as just a figure of Red Skull himself. It's just unbelievable. It's everything I could have asked for, and I know that I'm kind of just ranting on it, but it's exactly what I want, which is great. And as you can see, I'm a big fan of Red Skull, so let's get some Red Skull comparisons. Here he is with the Avengers TV series Red Skull. Here he is with the first movie Red Skull. And then I've got one more here. And here he is with the Marvel Universe Red Skull. So as you can see here, they all are together. They look great, and you can totally tell that this is a movie one and this is a comic one. They look absolutely great together. These two share the same body. Every single one of these guys has a different head, and I think the heads are all really nice, to be quite honest. The mousiness of this one doesn't look good, but the paint is good with this one. So overall, these Red Skulls are all very nice, and really do like them. But the absolute best movie one is definitely the one that I'm reviewing at the moment. By far, he just looks fantastic. So exactly what I want. The only thing I could have asked for more with this guy is a better painted face and a few more small accessories, but other than that, it is the figure that I want, and I'm so pleasantly pleased to say that I have him in my collection. Highly recommended by me. If you want this one, though, it is going to be the hardest to get. There's only one per package of this guy, and I believe that there's two per package of Steve Rogers and Winter Soldier, and then there's like four of the other Captain America. I'm not sure though, but I know for a fact that there's only one per package of Red Skull, so you might have to do a little bit of hunting to find him. Shouldn't be a big problem though, but I absolutely recommend this Red Skull if you missed out on the first one, or in my opinion, if you have the first one, this is definitely a must-have too, because this is the way Red Skull should look. He looks great. I absolutely love him, and I've said enough. I love this figure, and that is a little bit because I'm a fanboy of the character, and this is exactly the look that I wanted, but this is a great figure overall, taking aside that I like the character. So yeah, so highly recommended, and thanks for watching.